All right, so I have an assignment that I usually have students work on. It's on the Renaissance, and it's a museum display. They have to go to Google Art, select a person from the Renaissance, and pick three works of art and discuss them in class. And they're also encouraged to go to Google Art Project, and as they present, they can zoom in and out. And something really interesting about um, Google Art Projects that some of these paintings they are photographed with this camera that is really high resolution, so you can see the strokes and you can see the canvas and the oil paint and all the details, the fine details. Um, so I noticed that Google changed things a bit. So next time I do this, I'm gonna have them go to Art Movements, and it has all sorts of art movements, among them the Renaissance. So I can guide them through one of these exhibits, or most likely I'm gonna ask them to select not by the painting itself, but by the artists. So they have several artists they can choose from, and a lot of them chose Peter Bruegel the Elder because their paintings are so intricate, and they're full of details. The Tower of Babel being one of them, and this is one that I use as an example in my class. So they can zoom in. There is a before and after of this painting. I think this is the first one, and you can zoom in. So I encourage them to zoom in and see all the fine details. So try to interpret what that means and get that as a way for them to get to know a little bit more about the Renaissance. So the process to set up is pretty simple. All I have to do is ask them to go to Google Arts. Um, if they can create their selection by adding favorites to their paintings, to the artwork. So if they want to talk about this one, for example, they just click on the heart, and the resources needed to experience the learning. Um, well, on their end, all they need is a computer and a way to project that when they present the work. So my projector should work just fine. Amount of time to prep. Well, it took me a while for me to create this handout with the instructions and the rubric and all of that. And I gotta tweak this for next time. Um, there's a work sample here from one of the students. So the student focused on Duret and gives information about him. And then one of these paintings, the student had to uh, discuss all of this. The second one, they all seem to like this hair and the rubric. Uh, Time to participate in this, they usually take the long, yeah, as far as time goes, presenting this, it takes a while. I think it took me 2 days to have everyone present, every single group. So, but that was worth it. Uh, User information required to participate is very minimum, so they don't need you to know much about how to operate this website. It's very straightforward. And tips and tricks for next time, yeah, perhaps just have them choose based on uh, the artist or the art movement instead of just typing, Renaissance and seeing what comes up. That was already done for them. All right.